of them. You're wasting all your time and money on models. Paint what you have.
All right, hello everyone, and welcome to Model Club TV, episode 103. What is this?
One.
Did you get the
Zero.
shakes? Are you okay?
I'm good.
Did you eat today? You're trembling. Did you jazz hands?
I'm jerking off on the other hand.
It was 55 seconds, and I'm going to have to edit that out. God. How are you, Scott Johansson, my lovely co-host?
I'm swell.
Swell is a good word. I am also swell. Yes. So we weren't sure if we were going to be able to have this episode because of like travel and other stuff going on. So this is going to be a very, very quick so we can get things done and out. And Scott can go to sunny Florida. And well, actually, when this posts, you'll be there, right? Or you'll be home?
I'll be on the way home.
You'll be on the way home? Cool.
Well, I'll be home. If you post this on the 30th,
30th is when this show should be out.
then I'll still be there.
Okay.
And I'll still be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have my birthday this week, which is fantastic. I'm turning 50 this
I know,
year.
and I have a present for you back here.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
And later in the show, we'll talk about the present because you're going to do a separate video and edit it in to this episode of you opening my present to you.
I will do that. I'm going to pick it up tomorrow.
I will not be able to be here for it. Maybe I could maybe do it off my laptop.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Whatever you are.
All right. So we're editing in a special moment. I just ran over to Scott's house and picked up this birthday present that he got me.
In honor of your birthday, I wore a black shirt.
And Scott's flying, doesn't feel like in soon, and doesn't want to hook up his mic, so that's why he sounds different. And you look good in a black shirt.
Yeah. Thinner.
And the neck isn't stretched out? A little bit. A little bit. Have you ever worn a turtleneck?
Yeah, when I was skinnier, I liked turtleneck. But as I got heavier, I don't like stuff on my neck. And as a kid, I've never liked collared shirts.
Someone once described turtlenecks to me as someone with really weak hands trying to choke you to death. They couldn't wear them. All right. Scott, is there a special way I need to open this box?
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh, you're getting a call.
Uh-oh.
Calling.
Hold on.
Got the box. I'm going to open this. Thank you, Scott, for the birthday present.
I wouldn't thank me just yet.
First slice.
Do you have any guesses?
I have no guesses at all.
Because, I usually don't get you anything because I don't like it.
I know. So I know this is a mean present. It's not.
But it's, you're 50 and I felt the need to do something.
Do something horrible to me? Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Oh, there's a. Oh, I thought it was like a CD of pictures of us or something. It's
No,
just a piece of cardboard that says.
Just a note.
All right. Packing peanuts. It's a kit. What is this?
It's a kit.
What did you do? What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Oh no! I know what this is. I know what this is. Oh, I love you, Mr. Johansson. Oh no, wait. Yes. Oh crap!
How could you not love me?
Oh, Scotty. Do you want to tell the story or do you want me to tell the story? I think you're a better storyteller.
No, you go ahead. It's your birthday.
So this is the Rick Cantu fish. For people that have never seen this, oh my God, dude. Are you kidding me? All right, why did you give it up?
It's your 50th birthday.
So No, you tell the story of what this is about while I get the parts out.
Well, so Rick was selling these at Wonderfest, 10 years ago?
Yeah.
And he never sold them again. They were like a one-time deal. Okay. And it was the end of Wonderfest when I always make an impulse buy. And I went in somewhere. I have a picture of it so you can see where all that stuff goes.
Oh.
So I went into the dealer's room, and Rick Cantu, for anybody that doesn't know, is a fantastic painter too.
Yes.
So his was painted beautifully. So I bought it, and it was the last one. And then, 5 minutes later, you went.
I went to the table to go get one, and you bought the last one. Yep.
Bought the last one.
And because I was hemming and hawing on it all weekend. And then you went and grabbed it, and I was like, oh, no. Dude, thank you so much.
So Jason has been wanting me to will this to him for a long time. And I decided in my 800 kids, will I ever build this one? Okay. And who knows? Maybe I would have, maybe I wouldn't have. But I know it's got a better chance of getting built sooner.
Now I got to build it along with 3 other ones that people have now given me.
With you.
Aww.
My idea was I was going to leave the fins off the one side and mount it on a board.
And mount it?
Fish I caught.
Yeah. I kind of want to do it on a post.
But
like on a scientific, like when they mount them like that, like on a thing. Oh man!
Okay, I just said to myself, "Will I ever build it?" And when I took it out the other day, I did look at it and I go, "Well, are you sure you want to do this good deed?" Because it's been in my head for a while.
It is a good deed. Aw.
And I said, "You know what? Yes, because a week from now, I'm not even going to know that's not in my basement." So
Aw.
Then there you go.
Thank you, Scott. You do have a heart of gold that many people don't know about, and I love you. All right, everybody.
Know how much they were. I didn't push it for
I think I remember. Aw. Thanks. All right, back to the regular show. Scott.
Jason wants to go cry now.
I do. Aw.
Bye. So.
All right. Well, there's my favorite podcast guy, which I will not name because people will be mad at me, always says there are weeks in which decades happen. And it feels like that's all that's been happening around here. And some stuff we can't talk about. We know there's some stuff out there. We can't officially talk about anything yet. But we do want to mention Laura and David Stan and the tragedy that their family has endured. I don't even know the right word. It is so absolutely horrifying, and our hearts go out to them. Put this picture up, and every time I look at it, it's tough. But they lost their son David, and it's a horribly tragic story. And I think the Stans are some of the greatest people to enter this hobby since its beginning, and to see something like this go down for them is just absolutely tragic. So if you can, I'm going to put the links down below. If you can donate to their family to help cover some costs, that would be greatly appreciated. I will be doing so as well. And other than we love you and hang in there. I don't know what else to say, Scott.
And they have not asked for anything.
Yeah.
But they put this site up, and there is a link on there where you can give. And there's a lot of people that have given already, and I'm sure it's well appreciated.
Yeah.
So.
Hang in there, both of you. We love you. And it's going to be hard to go on after this, but we have to. And again, this has happened. And the sad thing is, we're going to have to do this again next episode. And it sucks.
Yeah.
that it's just like every time this happens, I never thought this would be part of the show, and it's tough. But, we have to talk about it, and we'll leave it there. Love you guys, and if you need anything, this community, the Model Club community, the Garage Kit community, I'm sure would be there to help you. So just let us know if you need anything, special requests or anything like that, and we'll get to you. We'll get it done. So with that, we are going to move on, and hopefully, it's like
I know, between this and the other news that we can't share just yet.
And for people who are like, well, why are you even bringing it up? It's because it's so shocking and horrifying.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
But I think the reason we're saying is most people know. I think a lot of people know.
The family has asked that no information go out until they put it out.
Yeah.
And once they put it out,
leave it there.
We'll talk about it.
Follow those wishes. But so for people who are like, why aren't you talking about it? That's why. We'll leave it there. Let's move on and try and make something with this little episode. It's our Halloween episode. We did not dress up. And I think part of the reasons I didn't want to dress up is because of that news and me sitting here in a silly costume trying to talk about that would have been disrespectful. So,
especially if you were in your bishop costume that I saw pictures.
Isn't that good?
That was a good costume.
I'll throw it right here. I'll grab one of those and I'll put it up. Yeah, that was a fun little party we went to. Tonight, we're doing my party at a bar. I don't know who's coming. And Scott was invited. You were invited. What are you talking about?
Where? When?
I invited you like a week ago. I said, hey, we're getting together at the bar. Come on down.
What bar?
Rock Island Public House, Blue Island, Illinois. Ding, ding, ding. Plug for them. I did invite you, sir.
Is your mom going to be there?
Yes, actually. I think she. Have you changed your mind now? Are you guys on the outs?
I can see her anytime I want.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. So we're going to switch up our format a little bit today because of some emails that came in that kind of relate to giveaways and all of that. So we're going to change up the format just for this episode. If it works better this way, maybe we will do emails up at the front. So starting out, we have an email. Well, we're going to skip. Hold on. I totally forgot. Let's do our regular giveaways. So our first giveaway from last episode, which brings us to an interesting point. It was a very low viewed episode, which doesn't bother me. But the thing that was shocking was there were not a lot of people that entered for the giveaways. So for those people that did enter, you have a much better shot of winning. And we are going to start with Body Snatcher from Pestilence Labs.
And let's talk about those entries as well. During the week, I spoke to Paul Gill, and he said he had entered. And I asked Jason if Paul Gill had entered, and he says, no, I didn't see anything in the comments that he had entered. So prior to this episode, we called Paul and said, hey, did you say you entered this? And Paul said, yeah, I put in there, snatch the booty or something like that.
He said booty snatch.
Booty snatcher, yeah. And apparently, booty must have triggered something in YouTube that deleted it.
Yeah.
So be careful with what you post on your entries because they might get deleted if they're too bad. Which I don't even understand,
And we've had this happen before where people are like, why'd you delete my comment? I have never deleted a comment, ever. YouTube, for some reason, I think goes in, and if there's just certain words that trigger their algorithm of who knows what, it deletes the comments. So we have to make sure on our end that when we do tell people to post things that it isn't something inappropriate so the comments get deleted. So be careful with your entries. I don't want to go back to the email entry system. So double check maybe closer to when episodes record, which is usually a week before or a few days before, and make sure your comment's still there. Just double check it, make sure it's there. So if I have missed anyone, I am sorry, but it might not have been my fault for once. And Thank God. So,
Hey,
all right.
how's your head healing up, by the way? How's
dude,
your
it
head?
healed up really nice. But then
Oh,
I bumped
yeah.
my head again. Some
Of
bricks.
course you did.
Got it. So I'm gonna cut. Oh, I'm telling you, this week has sucked so bad. I can't even. And maybe we'll talk about it on my end. I don't know. Anyway, all right.
Okay.
Body snatcher. Tell me when to stop shuffling. Ooh. Tell me when to stop shuffling.
Stop shuffling?
Blah, blah. Tell me when to stop shuffling, Scott.
Stop shuffling, Scott. Now.
Spinning. All right. Who's going to get the body snatcher from Pestilence Labs? An amazing kit. It's going to Stormheart 911. Well done, Storm. You got it. And all that, and Paul doesn't win.
All that, and Paul don't win. 1 in 4 chance, and he still doesn't win. So every time you move back and forth is when you go out of focus.
Yeah, I don't know. So I'm having camera issues. Again, like I said, this week has sucked so bad. I don't know what's up.
Oh, you're in. It readjusts right away.
Okay.
But when you move, like when you do this to go over here,
All right, I'm gonna try
and then
not
come
move.
back. So try not to move.
All right. So
Or just turn your
web
camera off.
window.
Nobody wants to look at you and your beard and your weak chin anyway. So
Oh, I heard something about that. Oops, wrong thing. Heard something about that. Wheel of giveaways. Gotta bring it. Hold on. There we go. All right. And then from the very generous Jerry Frade over at Just Paint It, we have one of his Baseball Fury kits to give away. And let me real quick I didn't show pictures for both, so let me do that right now. Messed up. So here is Jerry Frade. Link will be down below. Baseball Furies, the Warriors, available in 1/6 and 1/8. And then we also have the Body Snatcher from Pestilence Labs, an amazing Karloff tribute piece there for the movie of the same name. So both of these are available. Links are down below. Next one. All right, here we go. For the Baseball Furies, let me open that window. There we go. All right. Tell me when to stop shuffling, Scott.
Stop.
Here we go. Let's see who wins. From Jerry Frade, the Baseball Fury. This is the 1/8 scale. Ooh. Someone who has never won, and I don't think has entered maybe once before. Shane McGowan. Shane, both of you send us an email over at Shane and Stormheart 911. Send us an email over at modelclubtv@gmail.com and let me know your address and your info, and I'll get all that out to you. Also, again, if you want to leave a voicemail number is 708-816-4299. 708-816-4299. No voicemails this episode, which is strange, but not expected. And here we go. On to the rest of the show. We're going to go to emails first, everybody. And our first email.
Wait a minute. We're doing emails first now?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I said in the beginning we were changing up the format a little
Well,
bit.
I thought you were just going to read the one email, but okay.
Well, let's just do all. I'm going to just do all the emails now. Get that one that leads to this, but I want to start with this
Okay, you go.
from Spike.
Spike alike.
I'm already laughing. All right, from Spike. Hi, guys. We've just gone past midnight in your neck of the woods, so it's October 16th again. As that great Oriental philosopher, I think his name was Confucius, may not have said, we exchange each challenge for the next, doing our utmost to be victorious. I can't help thinking that this is something you'd find in a really depressing fortune cookie. My kind of cookie. So, people who provide us with moments to unwind, who make us smile, who share their friendly personalities, talents, artistry, expertise, and time should be appreciated and cheered on. But I guess I should include you folks too, since me mother told me to always play nice with others. We can all subscribe, smash that like button. My kids wrote that one down for me. Add our thanks and comments and feedback, etc., etc. But a bit of tangible acknowledgement certainly doesn't hurt. Hence, me fixing my abacus. Ask Jason. I know what an abacus is, so if that was a dig, as the first computer. All right.
You probably still couldn't use.
Yep, that's probably true. There is a lot of things I don't get it. A repeated and sincere thank you to all three of you for putting yourselves out there and for the time and effort invested that has created a community within a community. What you continue to build is special. My lawyer advised me to drop the word needs from the end of that sentence. Pretty good. I like that. I hope the various challenges each of you face, health and otherwise, quickly ease. Look after you and yours and stay and play safe. At Jason's Mom. Copyright Jason's Mom 2022. And Ian, this is for people who don't know, this is Ian Spike. As a reminder to Jason, half English, half Scottish, but now living in Canada. I always think he lives in England for some dumb reason, and it's Canada. All right. So Spike always sends in, or always has, some great Photoshops. And I think these are awesome, and I wanted to share them. He sent one for each of us on the show. And back in the real world, reports are circulating about alleged sightings of Jason Walkers. Government continues to deny Area 42's existence. I think that is fantastic. And he slipped in the 42 in there. Awesome. I love it. Then we have I want my MCTV. The logo's awesome. And it was in the other one. Scott's associates had questioned his workout routine for some time, but given the current season, his latest proposal was causing more than the usual amount of apprehension. Look at all those stairs, Scott. Oh boy. Could you do those stairs going up, you think? Like, where would you have to stop and take a break? I couldn't make it.
About 15 or 16 up.
Then we have Brian. Observers couldn't help thinking that Brian's exposure to Foo Fighters movies was starting to affect the gentle giant personality.
What in the hell is that?
I don't even know.
I like it.
That's awesome. Oh, that's frightening. The underbite is awesome. Spike, thank you. This was such needed levity, and a thank you that really helped us, I think, in a week that's been pretty crazy for everybody, and actually a couple weeks. So it is greatly appreciated. Spike, thank you for everything you've done for the show and participating in your funny stuff. And Scott, any words?
No, I'll just echo what you said.
Yeah.
He's always supportive and
Spike,
has made some
love you.
fantastic memes. So
we love you, Spike. We really do. We really, really do. So, all right. Let's get into some other emails. Thank you, sir. That was awesome. So, this is why we're doing them up front. Ken Kolinsky sent this in. Hi, Jason. Been watching your show. Good stuff. Can I make a suggestion? How about a box styrene plastic kit as a giveaway once in a while for those of us that are still building the non-resin stuff? Just a suggestion. You may get a few more viewers that way. And then he sent in some pictures at the end from Escape Hatch Hobbies, Terror from the Year 5000. So gallery's pretty good this episode. There's some great stuff. Stick around for that. So Scott and I both wanted to talk, and then something else happened to go with this email. So for people who don't know, the giveaways are not from our personal collection. They have been, but most of the time we have some very generous people that send us stuff to give away. So we are dependent on what people send us. So the reason there haven't been any plastic kits is because we never got any plastic kits to give away. I have one I think I'm going to give away on the Christmas show. But Scott, then what happened to you right after I read you this email a couple days ago?
In our last episode, Mr. Ron Joseph won the two heads are better than one. And then he messaged me and says, you have a box coming. So I get a box and it's got this in it. Okay. And I'm going to read what Ron wrote. Hey, Scott, seeing that my luck has been doing pretty well with the MCTV giveaways, I figured I would give back. Here are a couple of kits for your for you to give away. Really looking forward to painting that 2-headed monster that Paul donated, and we'll put it next to my old Beast of Blood kit I built a while back. Thanks again for everything you guys do, and happy Halloween. Ron sent for us to give away the Michael Myers Halloween kit from Mobius. Still sealed.
Oh my gosh.
And the double pack Dark Shadows, Barnabas Collins and Werewolf. Again, it was an NPC kit originally, but I believe these are now round 2. Hold on. It says NPC, so it's probably round 2. With newly sculpted heads, resin, and original kit heads, so it has both. Okay.
That is amazing.
So, here we go. We will be giving these away.
So the synchronicity there of, I'm not even kidding. What was it, like the next day they showed up or something like that?
Yes,
And I was just like,
yeah.
because we're like, okay, we'll read that email. Maybe we'll get some people to give away some plastic kits. And they showed up the next day. So Ron Joseph, thank you. Ken
Kudos.
Kolinsky,
Thank you, Ron.
your prayers have been answered. So this episode, we're giving away 2 styrene kits. So to enter those, Scott, what do you think?
So,
Happy Halloween?
to win the Halloween one. Okay. I want you to post in the comments trick or treat.
There you go. And don't change the words and make them inappropriate so your comment gets deleted. So trick or treat to
This
win the
isn't a
Halloween
creative writing exercise. Okay. All right. It's just not. We're gonna call this one. Just put Dark Shadows.
Just put Dark Shadows. Keep it simple. We don't want to
Keep it
lose
simple.
any. Yes, keep it simple. So
You know, you don't want some nut job sitting there on his marijuana tea, writing about booty.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
So these are molded in glow in the dark plastic too.
Dude, that's awesome. Those are like 2, like you get 3 kits really that we're giving away.
Yeah.
And Ron, thank you. And
yes.
Jerry Frade, thank you. And Pestilence Labs, thank you. And everyone who has ever donated anything to this show, because we had, like, thank you. It's without you guys, we couldn't do this. So, and again, going back to what Spike said, a community within a community.
And really, prior to the last episode, I wanted to give up because it was.
Oh wait, you don't want to give up anymore? I thought we were.
Wait, you got a replacement?
No, I don't.
Get a replacement, then we'll talk.
All right. Actually, I think if Scott decides to finally take his leave of absence, I will probably do guest hosts for a while, and go with it that way.
Well, if my contract doesn't get renegotiated soon,
Will you do more? Is this more work for less money, or like a usual contract? Like, is that all
pretty
right?
much.
Yeah. All right. So let's finish up these emails. So we got some emails again. Two more actually. This one is from Neil DeConte. Scott's
Neil
lookalike.
DeConte,
Yeah. Who your
that guy
doppelganger?
that pretends to be me.
Yeah. He should rob banks and then just like leave a Scott Johansson card behind. See if that happens.
Well, they get me for the Goonie eye and him for the fucking 4-lane gap in his fucking front teeth. Okay.
All right. Hey, bud.
Fucking passing zone. Anyway, go.
Hey, bud. Why? I can't even read it. All right. Passing zone. I've never heard of that. Hey, bud. Watching the newest episode and wanted to mention an issue that no one has mentioned. And over time, it's going to rear its ugly head. And by the time it happens, there's going to be some pissed off people. All these, and he's talking about 3D printing. So all these elaborate poses with the outstretched arms and legs, solid or hollow, there's going to be sagging just like with resin and vinyl garage kits. I do a lot of hollow prints and have started doing reinforcing rods and started stuffing prints with plastic shopping bags to hold shape also, just as I did with my vinyl kits. I think there's going to be a lot of pissed off collectors out there within the next few years that have paid DD good money. What's DD? Anyone?
I don't know. For Rhode Islanders, I'm telling what DD money is. DD.
It must be an East Coast thing. For 3D print build-ups that have started to see this issue raising its ugly head. Time will tell. I agree. And depending on how thin they're printed and depending on what's going on inside, that definitely could be an issue. Vinyl kits were notorious for sagging over time. And I have that on a few kits that I didn't support, right? So really look at how they're going in. You might want to, like you said, stuff them with the plastic bags and some rods, but we'll see. Scott, comment?
Thank God your mom's not sagging. Anyway,
okay.
So I print a lot of cartoon kits. And as you know, a lot of cartoon kits, the characters are going to have sometimes skinnier legs and bigger bodies. And so I do worry about this problem. And there's a few solutions if you're printing that you can do. So one of the things I've done is maybe I'll take the character and make the legs solid.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'll make the rest of it hollow to take the weight off of it. Okay. If it's meaty enough, I'll print the rest hollow and hopefully that'll take care of it. The other thing I'll do is, like, even in a piece, like if the foot is like bending, okay, and going up into something, and I want to keep that part solid, Lychee Slicer has a feature where you can block out an area and keep it solid and then hollow the rest of the piece out. Okay, so I use that a lot for that for that same reason. And again, that's why I don't print solid, because it's you want the piece as light as you can so this doesn't happen. Now, what's the equation as to, so if there's a character with his arms stretched out like this, how soon before those sag? I don't know. And sometimes I'll print maybe the whole body solid, but if it's got something reaching out, or hollow, if it's got something reaching out, I'll print those arms solid, so that they do have some sturdiness to them. So it's a double-edged sword of such, because unless the sculptor or ZBrush really well sculpts a channel in there to put a metal rod, I don't know that you can hollow it out, to hold a metal rod. But again, a lot of times too is for the printing, you might have a spot in the print where the fingers try to get hollow and the rest gets solid. This kind of goes back to what we were talking about last episode, and you're going to get liquid caught in there too.
Yeah.
So you want to be able to
and
print solid when you can, and hollow.
We might just be
hollow. So a good example is the Incredicar that we showed last time.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at it, it's not really, and again, a lot of these sculptors don't print, so they don't know. And if you want it to be accurate, there's not a lot you can do, but there's going to be a lot of weight on the axles and wheels of that kit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That kit's going to sag. There's no doubt about it. What I would do with a kit like that is I would mount it maybe a 32nd of an inch higher so it doesn't touch, and I would put a clear rod under it and just hold it up that way.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you are going to have the problem.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this, you could have the problem on a regular resin kit too.
Right. And that's exactly what I was going to say. This is not just 3D prints, because it happens with regular resin and vinyl over time. It's just, and who knows, it might not be as bad as we're thinking it's going to be. over time either. It's new,
Mhm.
so we'll figure it out. But Neil's right. I think it's something we got to look at.
But so if you're printing and or sculpting, so say a character has real skinny legs and a big body, and there's like you,
No, you.
and okay, and you want the legs to be able to support that body. Okay, it might behoove you to take those legs and put them together. Okay, now you've got two legs together. You've got a sturdier stand
Yeah.
holding that up. Okay, and again, it's
I don't think it's going to be as bad as people are worried about. But I think you're right. When it's something like a rod or an axle that holds that, I think you're better off sometimes replacing that entire piece with a piece of metal. Like, go and find
right. And if
at
you
the
wanna put
hobby store
picture
a
up-
piece of, what is that company? K&S? SK?
Yeah. Oh shoot, I forgot. And
Whatever
if
that
you
is. You know, everyone knows what I'm talking about. There's that stand by the Plastruck stuff usually.
Yeah.
That's all the metal rods and metal tubing and metal, like all that. Go find a piece that matches and cut it to fit. So you replace that entirely.
And again, I'm not picking on Well, okay, because I love the guy's work. But when I mentioned this piece, and I'm looking at it right here, even the wheels have spokes in them, and I don't know how much weight that's going to hold, even if you put a solid rod for an axle. So again, you may have to figure out a way to just support this thing with a clear rod. I don't think it would take
Yeah.
away from the model.
No,
Okay.
I don't think so either.
And put it up. Or if you put a background on it, put a rod sticking out so that the weight is off of the wheels. Because otherwise, and again, you're going to have problems.
Yeah.
Okay.
So keep an eye on it, everybody. I think one thing you can do is make sure they're not by a heating vent or something like that. Because heating, if they're hot, they will start to sag more easily than if they're cold. So look at your situation where you display things. Keep them out. Another reason, keep them out of windows or away from direct sunlight. Even though they're coated in UV resistant sealant and paint, you kind of want, I wouldn't, because it would heat up too if it's in the sun. So it would sag more that way. So, all right. Next email. This is a pretty good email, Scott. And it's another one from Ken Kolowinski, a local resident over here, which brings us to his email. Hi, Jason. Writing to let you know that the model club that I belong to has started a Facebook page. We are the Will Cook IPMS chapter. For people who have no idea what we're talking about, Will Cook is our area here in Chicago where Scott and I live.
Oh, see, I was thinking they were going to make dinner.
Will, W-I-L-L, not we apostrophe L-L.
No, I said they were going to make Will Cook.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, what are Ipums? Because I was like, it's a Will Cook Ipums. I'm like, well, what are Ipums? I'll try one.
Oh, you know what? I don't even have the picture up. Wait, they don't know what you're talking about. There we go. Will Cook IPMS.
Will Cook Ipums. I'll have 4 Ipums.
Oh,
some
that's great.
Ipums on a bun.
Cook County is the county that Scott and I live in, which has brought me my woes this week. And Will County is the county kind of south and west of us a little bit.
Yeah.
So we will be featuring info on upcoming model-related events, showing models of club members and others, talking and showing all kinds of model stuff. I would like to invite Scott and you to the Facebook page, which I joined today, and was wondering if you could promote our new Facebook page on a Model Club TV. I would also like to invite both of you to an upcoming club meeting so you can see how we run ours, and just maybe you guys may be interested in joining. We have members that build just about everything, including resin figures like myself and 3D printed kits too. A lot of the guys build military stuff. They talk a lot about model conventions and talk about what members have entered into contests and if they won anything. There's so much more than we talk about models. There's never enough time during a meeting. Check it out someday. Our meetings are the third Friday of every month. We will be posting the meeting time and location on our Facebook page. Our meetings are normally at Hobbytown in Orland Park, 15601 South 94th Avenue at 7 p.m. If either of you or both of you decide to come to a meeting, just ask to join the meeting and say, I invited you there. Whether you promote the club's new Facebook page or not, you're still invited. I'm sure everyone in the group would be surprised and are very interested in hearing anything you have to say. I know the club would be surprised if they heard that Model Club TV on YouTube is promoting the club's Facebook page. Who knows? You may end up getting some new viewers too. Ken Kolinsky from Burbank, Illinois. Awesome. So I went over the Facebook page, and that Hobbytown isn't like, since they've remodeled, is awesome. They have a ton of stuff in there, and I would love to go. And I'm sure
And their
Scott.
display case has figure models.
Yeah, and it's kind of
Garage
rare
Kit.
to see. Yep.
It's not just figure models that were available to buy off the shelf. There's figure models in there that aren't.
They have a huge Gundam selection too of like rare stuff. They have like a giant Gundam in there too, like a 7-foot Gundam model that's in that. I think there's only a couple of them here in the States, and it's really cool to look at. But this is awesome. So head on over to Facebook. Will Cook IPMS. The link will be down below. I will definitely try and get to a meeting. I am joining the Facebook page for sure. I'll see how else we can promote you guys. I have a hard time getting to our weekly Saturday night things. I haven't been there in over a month because of everything that's been going on. But I definitely want to go to a meeting someday, and I'm sure Scott would like to go as well.
You'll be looking for some free things to do pretty soon.
Yes,
So,
yes, I will. But there, I just noticed my camera went out of focus. Weird. Okay. Will Cook, IPMS. Awesome. I love to see stuff happening in the Chicago area. So again, Facebook page is there, and we'll get there. So, all right. We are going to jump into news and reviews now. So Scott, make your noise. That was pretty good, actually.
You know, my wife said to me
Oh, no. Well,
the other day, I was belching, and she said to me, could you just be any more disgusting?
it's funny. I had the same conversation with Jamie because Jamie has a burping thing, and she always blames that when she's drinking like Dr. Pepper or something. And I was like, I am drinking soda as well, and I am not burping like you. So maybe you and Jamie should go have dinner sometime and disgust each other.
Sit there and fart and belch.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. First up, from the
Get my
Jaeger
pants.
Army. From the Jaeger Army. Scott.
Jaeger
go into
Army.
it.
Jaeger Army Christmas exclusive. Okay. These are 1/5 scale ornaments sculpted by Jeff Yeager. And the price for the set of 3 is $60. And that payment information is Jeff Yeager's PayPal, which is I don't want to screw it up.
Is it Sumgar?
Dupa.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
I don't know, whatever it is. I'm going to just spell it for everyone so they got it. It is DUPACUCC@AOL.com. Just one of my AOL guys. And put Merry Monsters in the PayPal information. So it's $60 for the set of the 3. Paul Gill will be casting and shipping them out. And we'll collect the shipping once they're ready.
I'm guessing it's friends and family as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So
These
the
are
Jaeger
cool.
Army group exclusive, but no Jaeger Army card is required. So there you go.
These are very, very cool.
And so we have the monster and the Wolfman and the creature.
Nice.
And also there will be 2 more ornaments sculpted by Mark Van Tine. I don't have pricing info on that yet.
Paul said he's sending us pictures, and if
I'll
we got them,
so we're going to put them in
they're
here.
going to put them here.
But and these are sculpted by Mark Van Tine, and these
That's
are
the-
available too.
Terrifier and the chick that's in Terrifier, I think.
And then we'll probably post them again in the next episode once we have pricing.
Yeah. Yeah. So sneak peek there.
Or contact Paul.
Yep.
And get a hold of him for that. So
All right. Then it's well winter time.
Well Winter. So Well Winter, as you guys know, are doing the Wacky Racers. And he's also, what I like that he's doing this too, is he's taking the drivers and making separate like maquettes of them. So these are the Slag brothers from the Boulder Mobile. Now, a lot of you will say, this looks like Captain Caveman. Okay. Well, these guys came way before Captain Caveman, so I don't want to hear any bullshit. Okay. But I will say what we just spoke about here, okay, is if you see what Well did to these pieces, those feet, the legs are together. So you print those legs and feet solid, and then you can print everything else hollow. Okay. Now you run into the problem with the arms with the club because you want that club to be hollow. And this is where the lychee slicer will come in handy because I could print that arm solid, but the club hollow. And then you don't have all that weight on that arm. Plus, then that arm is solid, so it's stronger. And the club is hollow, and it's not as,
I will say this about all of Wells' pieces. The way he scales them, if you're not, I know for you, because a lot of your customers want them bigger.
Mm-hmm.
But if you print them the size that they come, I usually because I'm currently printing the Dungeons and Dragons ones. And some of the arm pieces and web I've just left solid, even though they're a size where I don't think the weight is enough to mess with it, or they're attached in a way where I don't think. So if you look at in this one picture, the one club is resting kind of on his chest a little bit there.
Yeah.
So I don't really think you're going to get much of a sagging issue. And I think the key in there is big enough to kind of help with that as well. And it looks like the both of them might have that helping them out to help support that. So you're not going to get as much sagging.
Now I have customers that want these at 9 inches, 10 inches.
Yeah. So then, yes, you would have to make that club.
So in that case, I have to hollow that out.
Yeah.
Okay. But the thing is, the arm blows up too when you make it that big, which is good because when I make that arm solid, and another thing that will help that arm is the bend. Okay.
I really hope She2 comes out with that hollow blocker. I have to look at the new version. I haven't checked yet.
So,
because that is a good thing to have. All right, next one.
Next one, and this was a Patreon piece, but you can buy it from Well, is Tom and Jerry.
That's a cute one.
Okay. And it is, and it's the only issue I have.
Let me guess. Whiskers.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not that I have an issue with the whiskers. Okay. But I'm betting the whiskers come as one piece. So
I'm betting they come as two pieces. They're two pieces. If you look.
Okay. Well, yeah, but sometimes they look like they're two pieces.
Oh, okay. It's
but
actually
when you get
separate.
them, they're separate.
Okay.
And I don't give them a hard time about it because what I do is I put them in, and you can do this in the Chitu Pro as well as Lychee. You could do it almost in the free slice. You could do it in Cura too, honestly. And that is you can take but you have to do it in steps, cut them.
Yeah.
Okay. You'd have to separate the pieces and cut them. And then kind of have left whisker top, left whisker bottom. You have to rename them. So you can do it. But the reason you want them separate is, especially something like a whisker, you're going to print straight up like this.
Yeah.
Okay. And so if they're on the build plate like this, okay, what a pain in the ass to print. Okay. You want to print those. Now, if they're two separate pieces, you might be able to print them like this and not have a problem. But
it's a great
another
piece,
thing. Another thing with this piece too, this is another piece that I would make that whole nameplate hollow just to take the weight off the post that's in the back. But I think the way it attaches, I think you're okay.
Yeah, it should be fine since it's straight up and down.
Right.
All right, next one.
Next one. So this is another Patreon I'm on.
Natty Ramos.
Natty Ramos. And this Patreon is like $10 a month or $11
Just,
a month.
For people that we want to be clear, this is not Well, a different person. Natty Ramos.
Different person. And she does different themes every month. And her theme this month is Walter Lantz cartoons. And so you get 3, sometimes she throws in an extra STLs every month for, I think it's $10 or $12 or something. Okay. And you have the right then to sell prints of them. Okay. If you want. All right. So she just, this month, the first piece I think is going to be this Woody Woodpecker. Now, again, here he is leaning. But I think it's not going to be a big deal. I don't think that's going to be a horrible deal because you make those legs solid, and I think it'll support the rest of it hollow.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I don't know how she's going to break this piece up, but if she does break it up, I would probably block it out solid from like right where the white stops at his like waist, and I would solid out the feet as well, and then I would hollow out the rest of it, and I think it would be okay. And then the next one is it Andy Panda? I think it is. Okay. And again, really beautiful cartoon sculpts. She's right up there with Well, as far as
Yeah,
I'm
I think
concerned.
both were very, very good.
Okay, and I bought a lot of hers. She's on CG Trader. And if you are on her Patreon, you get a code that I think you get the stuff on CG Trader for 50% off.
Yeah, that's a lot of patrons do that. So that's
Okay,
one bonus
so,
to subscribing to people.
You know, again, so it's a bonus to subscribe. Andy Panda, this is a nice piece too. You know, this is beautiful. And then last but not least, Chili Willy.
This is a good one.
I love this one. Now, prime example here of what Mr. DeConte was talking about is that fishing pole.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, me personally, I would probably just get a piece of wire and put it in there instead, and something solid that would hold it. You know,
that string is not a piece, right? You have to put your own.
I don't think so. I think the string is
check.
just,
yeah.
You got to put a string on there. I don't think that string would be a piece. Okay. And again, the fish weighs nothing.
Yeah.
But now, see, this would be a piece. If I had to blow this piece up this big, okay, that pole would probably hold that fish because that fish doesn't weigh anything. But if you printed that, the smaller you printed that, the smaller that fishing pole is going to be. And same thing. And she has a beautiful Anthony aardvark that I think I showed her before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I really do worry about that sagging because he's leaning forward. But I've got some ideas for that. I did print the legs solid.
Yeah.
And I would print I printed the rest of it all hollow, you know. So again, it depends on how balanced the piece is. And
yeah, I think you got it right there. It's balance. It's a balance issue a lot of time. Cool.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
All right. Up next.
Hold on.
Oh wait. Hold on. Wait. Start over. Say hold on again.
Hold on. Hold your horses.
Yes.
You're gonna edit this in. Okay. But our friend Jamie Sy just messaged me the Wicked Creature from the Black Lagoon.
All right. Breaking news. Breaking news. So we just got it inserted in there. I'm going to put them up. There we go. From Wicked. Scott, talk about it.
Man. So I guess they're doing Universal Monsters this month. And their first release is this Creature from the Black Lagoon. So I'll say this. In Wicked, it's just the way they are. They're hyper detailed, a little stylized.
Yeah.
So for accuracy wise, this is a little stylized, but not horrible. Okay. And matter of fact, I like it.
Yeah.
And
it looks like more of a modern take, like a modern update.
Yeah. So, and this is, I'm going to tell the filmmakers this that are out there.
And it's coming. It's coming.
They're coming. If you're going to redo the movies,
it just got started. I think Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Right. And if you're going to redo the movies, keep the original look. Okay. Now, so if you wanted to stylize it to this, I could more than live with this. Okay. It's beautiful.
It looks a little sleeker, a little, like you said, more detailed. Like you can make a better suit, but make it the same suit, right?
Right. Now,
Man,
printing those freaking leaves is not going to be fun.
no.
Okay. And as far as the base, I don't understand what's going on there quite.
I think the base is I'm hoping the base is a render of what you could do to fill it with, like, I have a feeling the base comes with no of that water isn't there. And then you
I think
could
the flat piece will be there.
maybe. Okay.
Okay. And then the rest of it, maybe not.
Maybe, yeah. Or maybe you fill that with clear resin, as I'm thinking, after printing it. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But yeah, that's very cool.
That's very cool.
I saw that
came across while we were recording. So.
VS is coming out with their Wolfman. And again, it's a very stylized, does not really look like the Wolfman that we know. It's a little more stylized than that. And it's I'm going to have to be dropping some Patreons here, and that's probably one. And I feel bad about it because he's got some really nice stuff. So they're doing Universal Monsters as well. But this is really, really cool. I like the head a lot. Like if there's you know what? I know because they always do a full figure and a bust. So this will probably be coming out as a bust as well. And that could end up being pretty nice. So well done, Wicked. Cool. All right. Next. I put up a video about this over the past week about the Monument Hobbies new clear matte varnish and their new primers. So I'll put a link up to that video down below of my unboxing and how to use them. I really like this stuff. This is the flattest black paint primer stuff I've ever seen. And it's more acrylic. Let me go just us. Look at that. Look how frickin' flat black that is. There is no shine on that.
It's so black I can't see it.
I know. It's almost, and this is what I said in the video, it's almost like that Max Darth crazy flat black. It is so good. And then the gray is also a darker gray, which I really, really like. And then the white is a very pure white with no offness to it really at all. So well done on all those guys. Please, please, please go watch that video. I do wanted to talk about, and I had Scott send me a picture here of because people, they're $18.50 a can. All right. And these are bigger than the Citadel spray cans. And we kind of did some math, not we, Scott, to talk about people like, oh, it's too expensive for that can. It's less expensive than the Citadel Black that came out. And these are great primers, guys. Here is your original Model Master can. And they were 3-ounce cans. These are 12.48 ounces. So you're getting about 12 ounces of spray in this can. And those ranged in price, we saw from $3 to $14 right now for those size cans, depending on the paint. So we were basically originally $1 an ounce. Nowadays, if you're looking for this, if it's gone up to $14 a can, it's way more expensive than that. So for this, it's $1.50 an ounce, which isn't that bad. And I think you get a better product. As far as primer goes, it's fantastic. It's fantastic.
And you're not going to make fun of me for the fact that I have 10 of these Model Masters in my closet, completely unopened. I don't know if they're still good or not. I'd like some input in the comments. What do you guys think? I think they're still good. If they're shaking, they still shake. The ball still shakes.
And that's different than, so you have the lacquer flat, which is different than the,
the dull coat and the lacquer, I think they're both lacquers.
Mm-hmm.
But I think at the time, for whatever reason, this one was flatter, especially if you hit with a hairdryer. Okay. If there's guys out there that remember the conversations, I don't even remember the conversations anymore.
Yeah.
But I just remembered buying a bunch of it. You know, every time I went to the hobby store, I'd say, I'll buy some more flat lacquer for model kits I'm not building. And that's what I would do. So, yeah.
Very cool. I again, I think it's worth it. Their flat is awesome. The primer is awesome. And this is my new go-to primers. This gray, if you just want a nice plain gray, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Are those lacquer based? Or are they
no, these
acrylic?
are acrylic based. So you don't that's why I think they're a little more expensive. And the way it comes out of the can, it is not spinning little droplets. It is very fine mist. That stuff goes on there. Like I said, go watch the video. I love it. It's really good stuff.
How's it smell?
It smells good. It does not smell like you're killing yourself. Like it really doesn't smell at all.
It's crap.
So up next, we have from Steven Sutton over at Scale Model Kit Review Studio, which we have in our friends thing down there. I haven't put that up in a while. I got to do that. He reviewed 2 of Scott's kits. So first up, he reviewed 2 of Scott's kits.
Technically 3 of Scott's kits.
Ooh, okay. Second. Put the slide up. Here we are.
Okay.
First up, King Kong.
Yeah, I sent him a bust, and he had bought the full figure. And these are not his paint jobs up here. These are different paint jobs from different folks. This is it. It's still available. The busts are the full figure kit in Aurora scale is $110. Okay. I still have the minis for $25, which the minis are just one piece. I have the bust, 2 sizes, $60 for the smaller ones, $85 for the big ones. Okay. And if you want things bigger, we can talk. If you want things smaller, we can talk.
And it's a great he does great review videos. We talked about him before. Some really good in-depth reviews on all the parts, how they fit together, and all of that as well. And Scott is standing up. I think he's grabbing one.
If you want an idea of the small one size, this is the small one. This one Paul painted for me. Painted by Paul Gill.
There you go.
Beautiful job.
Yep.
Beautiful black and white.
And then he also did a video on your Mike Parks
Paul's
Tiny
kill me,
Terror.
though. I got some epoxy on the back.
Oh, good job. He did a video of your Mike Parks Tiny Terror Godzilla remaster.
He
and
sure
again,
did.
another great video. Thank you, Steve.
And although this is the small one, this is the original size.
Yeah.
But this is it with Mike Parks on the foot. This one was painted for me by my good friend Rob Madison. But I can make those that size too. But otherwise, the big ones are, depending where you live in the U.S., they're $65. They're about $8 to ship. So it's like $73 shipped in the U.S., I would guess.
Very cool. So thank you, Steven Sutton. Scale Model Kit Review. Link down below for his website over there on YouTube. And he's on Facebook as well. So very cool. And then I have something cool that happened today. And it just came in the mail today. There we go. So we have Minotaur Hobbies. Sticker right here. You can't see it. Let me go roll back. Sticker Minotaur Hobbies. I know you probably can't see it. I did a review of their brushes. He did a Kickstarter for some brushes a while back. And there was a set of dry brushes they're great that came with the Kickstarter. And then he had his paint brushes. And at the time when I first reviewed them, I started using them more and more and more. And they were great. They're sable brushes. And I noticed them like losing their point. And if I hold these up, they are not very pointy now. Okay. They've got, especially this larger one has rounded out quite a bit. No matter what I did, I could not keep a point on it. And so I just figured it was me or something with my water. And other people, I guess, complained or said, hey, what's going on? These don't seem like the one. And he figured out there was a quality control issue with the manufacturer, and he replaced everyone's brushes for free. And they just came in the mail today. So I wanted to just give everyone a heads up. If you did pre-order these, check for new ones. I haven't even opened them yet, but he redid all the brushes and resent them to everyone. And I feel really bad for this guy because he basically started this company on his own, and he had to, I think, take out a loan to replace all these brushes or something. So we go to us. I got all the new brushes in the mail today. I'm gonna put them through their paces and see how they are. But the one thing I love the most about these brushes, did you see
why
that?
did you smell your brush?
They
What do you-
smell. Here's why. I'm telling you. I'm telling the story. It brings back a special memory. The paint, whatever paint is on these brushes on the handle, smells like the exact same paint that they used to paint skateboards with. And it has like that skateboard deck smell, a brand new skateboard deck. And I love it. It's so weird. But
I want to
that's
talk
the
about
new one.
your other ones.
What's
Well,
that?
What do you use when you're not using a brush? Do you use anything to hold a shape? Like,
Yes. So I talked about this a couple episodes ago, I think with Brian. This new stuff, this Josanja brush soap and conditioner is fantastic. And I'll leave a little bit in there and you kind of point it and then you either leave it, find that one thing I have lets you suspend your brushes upside down, which is a great way. Or never let it dry like that for me, because I think some of it then gets into the ferrule. Try and keep them that way, and I'll leave them like that, and I'll just point them with that, and it usually stays pointed. So
once it dries, you can store them that way.
yes, once it dries, you can turn them up. But these, I can't wait to try the new set. I'm gonna have to put a mark on them so I don't mix them up somehow. But the thing about the old brushes, I paint a lot with washes, and these are great wash brushes because they almost have that floppy kind of watercolor brush feel to them. Like, and they just do. I think they're great for washes. So
Like your beard.
yes, I guess so. So fantastic. Minotaur Hobbies, link down below. I think they have a sale on their brushes right now. It's like $68, I think, for this whole set. Which again, people will be like, that's really expensive. It really isn't for some sable brushes and some dry brushes. So well done, guys. It's one person. Minotaur Hobbies. And then from Joe Hudson. Oh, it's over here.
Always prepared.
This is from Joe Hudson. New kit coming. New company, new kit. Hey, Jason, here's a new figure that I will be producing with a new company of my own and my designer friend, CG Verse. The company's name is HG Designs, but since this is our first one and no one knows who that company is, I thought it might be better to share this as coming from me, who many still may not know. Anyway, this is the Attack of the 50-Foot Woman from the 1958 movie with the actress Allison Hayes playing the troubled character. It's been beautifully printed by Mike Van Scoy. The figure will be in 2 different scales, 1/8 and 1/9. It will come in 12 parts, which will include the base, a detailed Corvette, an optional nameplate, and a detailed Route 66 sign that can be added to the base or knocked down. As you can see from the picture, it is very detailed and the fit is great. These are just stuck together and not glued, so they kind of hold together all by themselves. The cost for the 1/8 will be $75, and the 1/6. Oh wait, he retyped. Guys, go back. He had a typo in his email. It's not 1/8 and 1/9. It's 1/8 and 1/6. So the cost for the 1/8 kit will be $75, and the 1/6 kit. 1/6
kit?
The 1/6 scale will be $150 plus $15 for shipping and handling for each size. Overseas shipping will be calculated depending on location. This is our first figure, but we have another bust that we are working on that is geared towards the historical community from where I first started. It will be a Revolutionary War soldier from the 1st Delaware Regiment. We have many B-movie and horror movie other fun subjects lined up, and we'll be sharing those as they become available. We also have one that is coming that Scott may even like. I hope to have a painted version of this figure very soon, but here are some pictures that Mike graciously provided. Thanks again for all your help and support, Joe Hudson. So I'll have a link over there. I think this is an awesome kit of this character. I love the base. I love the tree. It's nice and simple. It gives you everything you need to know in a very minimal space. You know that this woman is huge by the car in her hand, the tree next to her, the sign knocked over, and I think the sculpt is fantastic. The likeness is fantastic. and the print looks fantastic. So way to go, everybody involved. Like,
I don't want to see any of you creepers put a figure in there looking up. Okay, I'm just saying.
dude, that would
But
be
yeah, great work by all involved there for
that
sure.
is a great feat. It's been done before, but I don't think it's been done this well.
I like that the hair is a separate piece too.
Yes.
So you can paint it, and the only
Oh, wait, did I
really
get
the
to
only
part
seam,
separation? There we go.
the only separation seam that's gonna need work, I guess, is the arms.
That
But-
shouldn't be too bad.
It's one thing people don't realize, and you build more than I do, so you can probably say yay or nay. If you're gonna cut something, sometimes it's easier on a smooth area, because those are the easiest areas I would think to putty up and sand down. No,
Yeah, I agree. But for women especially, then you have to get it perfect. Like, it has to be perfect.
Oh yeah, if it's gonna be a bare arm, for
Yeah.
sure. Yes.
Yeah. But I love the Route 66 sign. I think this is cool. I love the cracks in the ground. It's a great little, just perfect little piece of what that is. So well done. And then I have something that from Ina over at Dyklik Art, which we didn't know was coming with the other creature kit. She just released a bust version of her creatures she put out a little while ago. So if you are interested in one of these, let me know. I can do these and sell these as of right now. So here's and again, I still think this looks like a female version of the creature. Like, to me,
I think
it has
it's, you know what? I don't
female
see it as
features.
much in the head by itself. So
Yeah. But I love it. I think it's really cool.
Okay.
She does great stuff. And then, hey, another quick edit into the episode. These came right as we were finishing up recording. Nostalgic Resin Productions. Follow them over on Facebook. David Horvath's amazing company has this, which is the Playhouse Pale. And it is going to be 1/8 scale, and it's going to be $85 shipped. We'll talk more about it next time, but I wanted it to get in the episode, and we will have a link down below. But very cool looking piece. The Playhouse Pal. There it is, everybody. Finally, this is something I've been wanting to bring up for like 10 episodes, and I always forget. Scott, we're about to have an argument.
oh joy.
Turnip 28. So Turnip 28 is a miniature war game, like a little skirmish game that a wonderful human being by the name of Max Fitzgerald created, just kind of like out of some drawings that he did. And it is a free to play. The rules are completely free. You can download them on Patreon. You do not have to use the miniatures that are officially with the game. You can make up your own. And that was his whole point of creating this game, was to create a creative outlet for people to make their own stuff. So the world of Turnip 28 is as if the world kind of never changed during the Napoleonic Wars. So the world slowly began being taken over by root vegetables, and people began to worship root vegetables. I knew this was coming. And so so everyone makes their little war band based around, and there's some that, are official to the game, and you can make up your own war band that has their own patriarch or saint root vegetables.
See, and I was going to ask, what the hell is a Royal Horseradish Regiment?
There you go.
Okay.
So these people are in the Royal Horseradish because radish is a root vegetable. And
I want a jackfruit regiment.
well, so that's okay. All right, hold on. So this was my point. At first, I'm like, well, how can you and I saw an interview with him, and people were talking like, well, why is root vegetables? And then they instantly got in an argument about what their favorite root vegetable was. So, Scott, what is your favorite root vegetable?
I don't eat vegetables.
Okay,
So-
none. You eat no vegetables whatsoever.
Unless a potato is considered a root vegetable.
Okay, well then maybe we're not going to have an argument, because I've started planning for my war band. I bought some stuff, and I want to make my warband is going to be the potato, but not just the potato, French fried potatoes, because that is my main staple vegetable that I eat, which is French fry. So my guys, and not any French fry, McDonald's French fries. So I want to make my Napoleonic looking guys basically worshiping the French fry of the legends of McDonald's fries that they have heard passed down through generations, which
With
actually
the peel
would have,
still on them. With the peel still on them, and then,
yes, but with like, technically they would never have had McDonald's because the Napoleonic Wars kept going, but besides the point. So I bought a bunch of, and I figured since they have a lot of like European style guys, I was like, no, my guys would be American because they would be McDonald's. So I went and bought a bunch of Revolutionary War soldiers. Get a little closer. A box of miniatures of Revolutionary American soldiers. And I'm going to be changing these into part of my war band for Turnip 28. And I want my guys to have like backpacks that look like the fry container from McDonald's and have like the French fries like growing out, like weeds growing out that look like the root potato leaves and stuff. And I'm going to have like a giant altar. This is my idea. Giant altar to the potato, but make it look like McDonald's French fry containers. And
so are you going to do, because I used to do this when I had young kids. I would dip the French fries in ketchup, 2 of them, and I'd make them walk on bloody stumps
you
in
could,
the ketchup. So
which
you should
brings
have
me
some
to,
bloody
you know
stumps.
what? That's not a bad idea. Because then I went Bestiarium or Bestiarum, that I'm a Patreon follower on, or My Mini Factory, a tribe. They do some really cool, just weird miniatures. And these guys, I think, are perfect. And I want these to be my stronger dudes that I'm going to paint to look more like in McDonald's colors, yellows and reds, and have them be my army. So Turnip 28, everybody check it out. There's some really cool, just Google image search Turnip 28 and some of the original, like just cool stuff that people have made for this game. That's it. It's just a me weird thing that I thought people would find interesting. As far as some other things, I got this in the mail, which I haven't opened yet. Been kind of waiting. And this is from Escape Hatch Hobbies and Michael Berglund. It is the Saturday morning kit. And this is how it comes. I just wanted people to kind of see this. Look at that. I think that's the part list that he put in there to make sure all the parts are in each box. And he crosses them off as they go. Look at that. That is a lot of parts. So he has them wrapped. This part's wrapped. I want to look at that later. But I wanted to show you at least the head and what a good job this is. There's the head. I got the 1/8 scale. And here's the TV. And man, holy cow. These are some really nice clean pieces. There's the TV. Here is the back of the TV. You can see the back of the TV. Awesome. So if you're interested, I'll throw Matt McKeeby's picture up here again. Here is the legs. The 1/8 scale. And then what was wrapped
So
up in
show
here?
the back of the TV again. So for those of you that were born like after 1990, that's the back of the TV because the whole TV screen was one giant tube that extended all the way to the back of that.
I just moved a tube TV out of my cousin that passed away out of his
They were
house.
heavy, and they
Yep.
were
I gave it to a friend. I wanted it, but I have no room for it because I wanted to watch VHS tapes on it. But a friend of mine took it and we moved it to his house. The TV was on wheels in one of those giant containers. And then, holy sh! All right, look at this. Vacuum form plastic for the TV.
wow.
Man.
I liked it.
And then a bag of parts of like super spindly, crazy breakable parts. So, wow. What a kit, guys. Again, this is awesome. Thank you, Escape Hatch Hobbies and Michael Berglund. What a great kit. I think once I get going, I'll probably do another little video on that just so people can see it. But man, really cool. All right,
Well, speaking
that's I think
of
what I
Michael
got.
Berglund,
Yes.
I got a box in the mail the other day, and it was from Monarch Models.
Can I pause you there?
You may.
So when you said you got a box from Monarch Models, this was right after we had the conversation about not having any plastic kits to give away. And we were
Yes.
both like, are they listening to our emails?
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
So anyway, and the last kit I got from Monarch Models, I thanks to Scott McKillop for sending. But I also know Michael had his hands in, when I got the moon suit kit. So I'm like, well, what am I getting now? Okay. From Monarch, what are they sending me? And I thought the same thing you did. Are they listening to us? Well, so I opened a box. And so this is the box. So I didn't open the box.
And you're like, why are they sending me a fly? And I'm
I
like,
was
what?
like, why are they sending me a fly that's been out for a long time? So they
And
don't
I
want me
said,
to
I was
review it.
like, are you getting that old that you forgot you ordered
And
a
you're
fly?
like, do you have that? And I go, no, I never bought it, And so I asked Mr. Berglund, I said, are you responsible for this? And he says, yeah. He says, do you like it? And I go, well, I haven't opened it yet. He goes, oh, well, you should open it probably then. So I was like, well, great. So upon opening it, Scott McKillop of Monarch was nice enough to send me, this ain't no fly.
Oh,
Okay.
cool. Yeah.
This is the new Conga kit that's coming out. And they want me to kind of look at the parts fit and stuff, and I will. I've done a little bit, like I put this arm together, and this arm, it's a nice fit.
You're being forced to review it, to build a kit. I love it.
And so so this is the
So are the instructions in the box too, or is it just the parts?
I have no
Okay.
idea how it goes
Okay.
together.
All right.
Okay. So, but this is the other arm. I think these are these are thumbs here. Wait, over here, thumbs. The hand.
I love the orange
bottom
plastic.
jaw, the teeth. Okay. Hold on. Everyone's gonna say, I'm gonna do a Steven Sutton impression here. The feet, because Scott likes feet. Okay. And then that's the other foot. Oh no, I
Yeah! Woo! He dropped something.
But see, I don't drop stuff that breaks.
Oh man.
That's the other foot. And this is the head.
Wait, get up close. I'm gonna go right in on you. Okay. There's the head. All right.
The head. Like I said, there's a bottom jaw piece. The way it attaches to the back of the head is part of the body. So the back of the head is part of the body,
Yeah.
and then it comes in the front. And just because it's there, I can probably put it right on there just to show everyone.
Oh, cool.
Okay. We got that. And then, so, Michael asked me, well, what did you think? So I'm going to give honest opinions here. So these are the little figures that come with it. Okay. And I'm going to get this as close as I can. And trust me, when you're dealing with stuff this small, it's hard. But the hands are really like little pointy fingers.
Put your hand behind it. Cover up your face so it focuses on that a little more.
Here, hold on. Let me do this. Maybe this will help. Yeah, see how tiny those fingers and stuff are? So they seem a little pointy on some of the figures. But again, when you're this small, what are you going to do?
Right.
Okay. So there's 4 figures. And 3 of them, one of them you have to attach the arms. That's this one. But they're really nicely done. I would say maybe not a ton of facial detail, but when you're this small,
Wait, I got it. There we go. Wait, go back. Yeah, it's
You're
too
this-
hard to pick up. It's focusing.
yeah,
on
it
me.
is hard to pick up. But when you're this small, there's not a lot. You can only do so much. So this is the base, and the base is really, there's Conga and the cobblestone.
That's a nice base.
Bushes, and this was I was pretty impressed with this. This is the wall part of the thing. Okay, really nice detail on this.
Yeah.
No,
We showed this kit like I think
yeah, the scales.
it's been redesigned since
Yeah, I
the
believe
figure has,
so.
and I think we showed it on like one of our very first episodes, like a long time ago. Yeah.
So anyway, and Rob Madison actually is putting one together, and I should probably put this together for the next episode just to
Yes, you should.
kind of tack it together just to show everyone. But I wanted to show what we had.
Yeah, that's cool.
And thank you to Michael Berglund and Scott McKillop at Monarch. Or not Monarch, I'm sorry. Yeah, it is Monarch.
Wait, yeah, it's Monarch.
Okay. Thank you to Michael Berglund and Scott McKillop at Monarch for sending me this and sending us this.
Yeah,
And got little feedies.
look at that. Monarch,
Oh.
send us some kits to give away. We'd love to promote the hell out of you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And
You got some extra stuff.
Yeah, definitely. If they got some extra stuff and they want promotion, or hey, when you put something out,
Yeah.
send us.
Maybe we'll
pictures.
get maybe we'll get Monarch to come on.
The fly is not in this box,
Cool.
so it was a nice surprise.
Yeah, that's
So
awesome.
Thank you, Michael Berglund. Thank you, Scott McKillop at Monarch, and it looks like a fun kit.
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
great.
And again, the guys that watch this, we don't do a lot of styrene stuff because there's not a lot of styrene stuff that you and I.
The X Plus, all the X Plus stuff.
But the X Plus, our mummies are coming. Maybe
Yeah,
we should do
I
another
just got a
dual,
shipping. I just got the shipping email like a minute ago, I think.
okay, so maybe our mummies are coming.
Yeah.
So the mummy is coming. And I also have in the boxes down here the new groom from Pestilence Labs to go with their bride kit,
Mhm.
which I haven't opened yet. And I think even last episode I had this Revenge of the Creature kit sitting here that I still haven't opened. So I got some pictures of those, and
Cool.
maybe just put them up. And I believe the Karloff Pierce 2 of theirs is finally starting to ship. So we'll keep you posted on that.
And the mummy. I think he made an announcement about the mummy.
Oh, the bust?
Yeah. We didn't show
Yeah,
it.
the mummy bust is
That's on you,
finally
Mark. You
being-
didn't send it to us.
Yeah, Mark. Nice job. Although in his defense, we are recording a little early.
That's true.
And his mind is usually a little behind. So it is what it is.
I think that's the show, Scott.
That's
that's
it
all we got.
already. I was having so much fun.
I know you were. So we'll see everybody. Have a safe trip. Have safe travels. Don't get sunburned.
No, well, last year I went down there in August and it was a little too hot. So
Yeah.
we're going to see if it's a little better this time.
All right, man. Have a safe trip. Everyone,
We'll see.
have a great, safe Halloween. This will come out the day before. So Halloween will be the next day.
And happy 50th birthday to Jason and his
Thanks.
scraggly beard and his weak jaw. And,
I do have a weak chin. I don't, it's my most self-conscious feature, I think.
really,
But yeah,
your scarred up bald head doesn't bother you
no,
at all.
I like the scars and wrinkles. That's cool. I like that. I just need a bigger chin. But thank you. Yeah, I'm officially, I don't know. It's weird. Most of my life is gone. We'll figure this out as we go. Yeah.
So,
And again, next episode's going to suck a little bit, and we'll talk more about that when we get there. But everybody, have a safe Halloween. We'll see you next time. Live episode and a model and a movie will be coming soon, and we'll get there.
can't
Say
wait to watch that.
Yeah, I know. Thanks. Say goodbye, Scott.
Bye, Scott. not ready. I still have my lipstick on.
Good grief. Oh boy. I hope it comes off. All right, there we go.
It always comes off on your mom. All right. Well, we're not even 2 seconds in.
23 seconds in to be exact.